Uh-oh. Gage says it's empty. Guess it's time for a beer, guys. What do you think? I think so. Yeah. Hello, everybody. I'm Greg. Welcome to Greg's Beer Reviews. Let's go take a walk, see what's in the fridge today. Come on, come with me. Hello, everybody. Thanks for stopping by Greg's Beer Reviews today. Hopefully this will be a treat. This is a big beer, guys. This is from Uinta Brewing. They're out of Salt Lake City, Utah. This is 10.4% alcohol by volume. This is their anniversary barley wine. And this was bottled on June the 1st of 2012, guys. So, here it is, October. So this is, 5 months old. June, July, August, September, October, 4 months old. So, not quite aged as far as I need it to be. I bought 2 bottles. I don't buy both of them at the same time, but I have acquired 2 bottles of this over the last couple of months. And I'm going to review one of them here, guys, tonight. And, or today. And I'm going to review the other one in a year or 2. It's got the bottled on date there, so I'm going to keep it at least a year, maybe 2. We'll see how long. It depends on how well I like this and what I think about it. If it's alcohol forward, maybe we're going to age it for 2, maybe 3 years, maybe even 5 years. If it's not, it's kind of sweet and it doesn't seem like it needs to be aged. Maybe we'll just age it a year or 2. So we'll see how it is, see how boozy it is. Usually once you get above the 10%, it takes a real good brewmaster to be able to hide that alcohol. So some do it well, some don't do it well at all. I mean, some 10% beers are awesome. You can't taste it or barely taste it. And some 7% beers taste like they poured rubbing alcohol in it. So it just depends on what they're brewing and how good they brew it. So with that being said, like I said, they're out of Salt Lake City. Availability is year-round on this one. And this is their anniversary ale. So they started doing it, I guess, in '93. So we're coming up on, 30 years? No, 93, 2003, 20 years. My math's not too good. The food pairings for this, the cheeses are the sharp, blue, cheddar, your more pungent cheeses, even Limburger and Gorgonzola. The beer is a barley wine. It's a very thick, heavy beer. It goes with your very strong dishes. It may be, I don't know how much alcohol. It may be even into the dessert type beer, but I don't know. We'll see what this one brings. The glassware is pint, becker, stein, a tumbler, the snifter. I got the Duvel glass guys or Duvel glass guys. That's what I like for these monster beers like this. And of course, being a 10+% ABV beer, it is it's going to sell her for 10. I mean, if you sell this correctly, there's no reason why it won't be good 20 years from now. People go, 20 years? Yep, absolutely. Let's go down the center. See what we get. Alright guys, there it is into the glass. I'm usually not a big fan of these monster beers. I brewed a barley wine when I first started brewing, the first year that I brewed it. And most of it's still down there. What's not down there, the wife has drank. She likes that stuff. To me, it's just a little too hot. Now it's coming in, it's about 3.5, 4 years old. It's now starting to taste good to me. Before then, when I first made it, it was just, woo, it was like booze city to me. So over to the light, this is not super dark. I mean, this is like a deep brown. I can't see the light through it, so it is fairly thick, cloudy. But I do see some brown tinges around the outside. It is definitely a brown, a deep brown color. Like Mississippi mud. Good God, I hope not. That was about the worst beer I've ever had. Looks pretty good in glass, I guess. Looks more like a heavy barley wine. Mine's a little darker than this, depending on what malt they've used to brew this. So looks very good in glass. got a nice, rich, creamy head. Looks very good in the glass. And the bubbles are streaming up, reinforcing the bottom of the head. Looks very good. Let's get a nose on it, guys. Ooh, yeah, that's a big beer. Yeah, I can get the alcohol. I mean, I can detect it right away. And it's very sweet. I'm getting almost a brown sugar. And there's some dark fruit in there too, like some figs or dark cherries. Very, very sweet smelling. Wow. And the booze, I'm not sure about the booze. But I do a lot of beers, but I don't do a lot of great big monster beers. Once they get above the 10%, like I said, like the Utopias up here, that's why they still got the damn caps on them, guys. They're very expensive beers to start with. And then to be 20-some%, I know what that's going to be like. That's going to be like drinking lighter fluid to me. I'm sure of it. That's why they're there. They're being saved for special occasion. 27% beer, Lord Almighty. That'll still be around in 50 years from now. So we're going to give it a taste, guys. Cheers. Smells very sweet, very candied-like. Big booze. Yes, big beer. Very sweet. Caramelly. Raisins, plums, dates, dark cherries, brown sugar. Maybe even a little bit of molasses. Very sweet, very nice, very pleasant. Very big. Not overly boozy. Right on the borderline for me. I would not drink this every day. This is definitely a sipper. This is definitely, to me, a special occasion beer. Being at 10.4%. I mean, how many of those are you going to drink in a day? I mean, if you was to drink 3 of these, you'd probably be giving 2 of them back up. So this is not one of those beers you consume like a macro lager, or even like an IPA or a pale ale, as far as I'm concerned. This is the cap off the evening, sitting by the fire when it's 20 degrees outside and blowing snow. One of those kinds of beers, guys. Maybe even a beer to share. With that big of a beer, 2 people could drink this and enjoy it. So, with that being said, it's right out of the fridge. Look at the lacing; it's already leaving on the glass. Wow. Got the date on the bottle. I'm very impressed with Uinta Brewing. They do some really good stuff. I remind you though, the laws in Utah are very crazy. That they brew some pretty low ABV beers to be sold in the grocery stores there, and they have a crazy law once above like 5% or 4 point whatever, they got to be sold in liquor stores. So that's why they brew a lot of low ABV beers for that crowd, and to be bought for that convenience. But they also do this kind of stuff here. So. Damn tasty, guys. We're going to let it warm up. I'm going to let the other half sip some of this, and I'm probably going to be gone about 20 minutes, but it won't take you that long. I'll be back in a second. Stick around. Alright, guys, I'm back. Been sipping on this probably about 30 minutes or so. My wife loves it. She's tasting the licorice now that she's mentioned it. Yeah, I'm tasting a little bit of that too. The alcohol, it's warmed up now. The alcohol is definitely more present. Big beer. Very big beer. Very tasty beer. Glad I got 2 of them. We're going to sell the other one for at least a year, maybe 2. We'll see. Still got a strong alcohol presence once it's warmed up here. So still very tasty. Very enjoyable beer. Maybe a little premature. It's not quite down into the real cold weather. It's still in the between 50s, 40s at night, and 60s and 70s in the daytime here now. This may be a good, when it's down in the 20s beer. Maybe blowing a little snow outside. Got the heat or the fireplace going. I'll chug, guys. Wow. Very nice beer. Very nice beer. Date on the label. You need to thumbs up. Like I said, whether the beer is good or bad, you got the date on the label. thumbs up on that. That's stepped up to the plate. Been doing that for quite a while, and there's no code or anything. I mean, it's printed right on the damn label there. You ain't got to decipher nothing. You ain't got a website. You ain't got to know no codes. But guys, first class, no doubt. And guys, I think it's pretty damn awesome. I think it's a 9 out of 10 beer for a barley wine. It's that impressive to me. It's a big beer, just remember, I'm not a big fan of the boozy beers, and this one gets a little heavy at the end there when it warmed up. So, but when it's cooled outside, final beer of the evening, this will be a good sipper to share with somebody, or just to enjoy for yourself. And so, guys, I think it's pretty damn tasty. So, Rate Beer has a 96 overall and 81 in the style. I don't understand the style numbers. I thought it fit the style pretty damn well. So, and Beer Advocate comes up with an 86, which is in your good. I think it's a little better than good. Got the date on the bottle. We're gonna find out. We're gonna let one sell there for a year or two, and we'll re-review it. Like I said, they do this probably once a year, so there'll be a new edition of this last year. Maybe we'll do a side by side and see what that tastes like. A fresh batch next year, and then we'll review this one. I don't know. We'll see. We'll let time take its course and see what happens, guys. So, with that being said, guys, rate, comment, subscribe, and let's go look in the fridge tomorrow. It probably won't be nothing this big, but I hope it's just as good. See you then.